Welcome to Chi-Town Cigar Podcast, the podcast where three Chicago guys light up a fine cigar and get into everything from sports and current events to hobbies, life's little moments, and everything in between. Whether you're here for the cigars, the conversation, or just some good laughs, we got you covered. So grab your favorite smoke, settle in, and join us for laid-back chats with a Chicago twist. Now it's time to put some smoke in the air.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Chi-Town Cigar Podcast, episode number 41, I believe it is. I'm Mike, coming to you live from the Chi-Town 42. Coming to you live from the Aganorsa Studios in Southern Illinois, joined by my good friends, Teddy the Greek and Marty. How you doing, guys?
I am
doing wonderful. Marty, how about you?
I am not doing well.
No.
I am like in the third day of a really bad cold and I feel like garbage. So tonight I'm smoking this fine Kleenex in the Churchill size.
That's nice. Is that got the Ecuadorian wrapper on it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
The Ecuadorian Habano. It's a Connecticut style.
That's right.
It's a box pressed.
Oh,
I missed you guys last week. It was a good show, man.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. You know, it's we're just crazy guys, just trying to enjoy stuff and see where this thing takes us. And you know, if people want to ride along with us, they can ride along with us, and if they don't, oh well. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun talking about music. I thoroughly enjoy it, and it was just a good solid show. You know, nothing crazy. Wasn't as bad as it was a couple weeks ago when I was away and you and Marty took it off the rails within the first 5 minutes.
Oh, that was so funny. That was fun. I laughed. I was crying. He was crying more, but I had a couple tears from laughing.
I told him we were laughing hysterically in the hot tub. If somebody would have listened to us, if somebody could have heard us, they would have, what the heck are those two doing up there? So yeah,
I had to mute myself because I was choking too, and I was like, dude, this is so funny, funny.
What are you smoking today, Teddy?
So, because it's Tuesday today, I haven't done that for a while. Tuesday, I'm smoking the Dracula by Tatuaje, the bigger size from the series Monsters, not the Lancero.
Okay.
And this is actually from 2023 Dracula when it got released. And I have a whole nother box downstairs.
Obviously, Fireborn is already drinking and heavily intoxicated, because if you're misinterpreting Marty and I, that's a big trouble right there. I'm smoking the. I really like this cigar, and I'm mad I didn't buy more of them. But I'm smoking the Strike Force. That's the Knuckle Sandwich Strike Force, the Dojo release, and this is really a good cigar. It is just really. I'm impressed. It probably is in my top 5 of Dojo releases. But this is a fine cigar, and I think this might be the last one. So,
yeah,
what do you think?
Nice Pennsylvania broadleaf in it.
It's so smooth. Yes.
Which one is better? Do you think that one, the Puro, or the Puro, or there's another one? Oh my God, the Chef Special, 57. Right?
Yeah. Did I have the Puro yet? I don't think I've had that one yet. I think it's hibernating in my humidor, because that just came out this year. So I think that's one of the ones I want to review. So I haven't gotten to that one yet. But yeah, so I enjoy this one. I've heard good things about the Puro, the Pure, the Nick. I think it's so. I'll get to that one, but for right now, this is the best. The Chef Special was a little bit on the spicy note for me. I thought it had a little bit. I mean, the black pepper was really strong in it. It probably more was like a red pepper. So,
Texas Rebel smoking Lampert 5093 edition of Squirrel. Lampert cigars are very underrated. A little bit, on the $20 range, but those are really good cigars. I'm sleeping on them. I gotta try more. I love the Lampert cigars.
Yeah, they're excellent. So I guess we should talk about it. probably
Yeah,
some of our studio audience, some of our audience knows we laid down a challenge to Matt Ty and the guys over there at How About That Cigar. We challenged them, made a bet with them, the Bears versus the Vikings last night. They accepted. Our challenge was if the Bears won, they had to do a shot of Malort, that good old straight Chicago whiskey. And if the Vikings won, we had to do a dead Nazi. Is that what they called it, Marty?
Yeah.
A dead Nazi, which is an ounce of
Rumpelmints
Rumpelmint and
and Jägermeister.
Jägermeister. So,
Sounds like the worst cough syrup you've ever had in your entire life.
yeah. So,
which probably tastes good to me right now.
yeah.
Maybe it could help you out. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Joe, welcome. He's smoking LFT double Ligero Chisel. That's a good cigar. I love LFT.
Yep.
LFT is great.
Yeah. So, needless to say, the Bears in
That's
true
what I was
Bears
about to
fashion.
Yes.
The Bears in true Bears fashion found out a way to lose in the second half. They played a phenomenal first half. I was like, boy, if this is the way the year's going to go, we are in some great shape. They were making J.J. McCarthy look like a little, I don't have the word I can say. And I thought, boy, this is perfect. And then come the second half, they went in the locker room, and I guess they all hung up their cleats and just relaxed because they got spanked in that second half. And sure enough, we walked away losers. So
the fourth quarter in particular.
Oh, yeah.
Fourth quarter.
They had negative 1 yards. They had negative 1 yards in the second half by the fourth quarter. That's how bad they were.
Yeah, I was at work and the guys are like, yeah, we're winning 17-6. I'm like, yeah, dude, 15, 20 minutes later, they're like, hey, check this out. I'm like, come on.
I know. It was the pick six was great. I'm telling you, it was just the first half, the game should just stopped right there. It just stopped. It was great. And the second half was just it's terrible. Oh, Marty's off camera. So so in an upcoming podcast, we will make sure we let the guys know over there at How About That Cigar, but we will do our shot of the dead Nazi. And
I wanted to go on the record that this was your idea, Mike. Like I knew enough not to bet on the Bears. And
I was third. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna drink. We're gonna do the what is it called? The fish from
the lutefish.
Yes, I'm not looking forward. I'd rather just go back to drinking.
No, we don't want that.
No, yeah, this is there's gonna be challenging with that fish.
Yeah, so we will we'll schedule that in an upcoming episode.
What this is, Teddy?
It's a fish that is aging, right? It's aged fish, basically.
It's a white fish.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's aged in lye.
Oh.
So it's like it ends up being like the consistency of a jelly. So fish jelly, basically. And all the Norwegians, they came over here because they were really poor in Norway. And then when they came over here, they made lutefisk to remind themselves of how poor they were in Norway.
Like, even Greeks were back in the day poor, but we had like lentil soup and like, greens and some other stuff with potatoes, but nothing like that.
They still eat it. Like I was in, especially around the holidays for some reason. I don't know why. I was in Finland and they were advertising having lutefisk in the hotel restaurant. So.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
It's a hair. Like Firebone says, it's a herring for the fish, right? It's herring, I believe.
I thought it was a white fish. I thought I could be wrong.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's not good. So
yeah,
I know my grandmother when she was alive. It was you had to have pickled herring in the refrigerator on December 31st. So you'd have a prosperous year.
Right. They age it in the lye so that it'll last long, because fish spoils pretty quick. So you got to put it in the lye, and then the lye keeps it edible. But then you got to wash the lye out.
I was just saying that's always the contrary. The lye makes it edible, but you got to go wash the lye out so you don't die because if you're eating it.
I want to know who the first person is that decided they were going to try that.
Yeah.
Somewhere back in the day up in north in Europe.
When they're really hungry.
Exactly. When you're desperate, that's a desperation move. Hey, I'm desperate for some food, so I'm going to do this. So, yeah. So the Bears disappoint again. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of this year goes. I know Joe Machado's happy because the Kansas City Chiefs won and are continuing. He was all upset because the preseason was rigged. Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs didn't win anything. I'm like, if the preseason mattered, the Bears fans would be happier than a pig in spit right now to be going, hey, we're 3-1.
Kansas City lost, though.
Did they lose? I thought they won.
No.
I thought they won 27-24.
No, Kansas City, I thought, yeah.
I think they lost.
Joe?
They got beat by the Chargers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow.
Crazy.
It was, well, freaking the Detroit Green Bay game was crazy.
That's crazy, man. I thought Detroit was gonna do better than that. Man, Detroit was not looking good.
The Bills game.
How about the
really
Steelers too? Yeah,
the Steelers game was really good, and the Bills game was really good.
Yes, yeah. It's Rocky Mountain oysters. There you go. We actually have over the next town over. We have the Turkey Testicle Festival.
Oh,
So
come on.
Oh no!
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are they boiled? Are they cooked? Are they raw?
It was
right.
It was recently. It was just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Turkey testicles. That's in my bucket list, I guess.
So
just so you know, turkey testicles grow inside the turkey.
Yes.
They don't hang down.
So hold on, when the turkey gets older, it doesn't drop, right?
That's right.
Oh, that's funny.
I know. Yeah. It was a great. I mean, college football was great. I watched some great games on Saturday. Tennessee did great. Freaking Michigan State. Both of my teams came out winners on Saturday, so I'm happy with that. And then, and of course, my alma mater. First of all, last week they get stuck playing Illinois. Then this week they get stuck playing Northwestern. I'm like, come on, Western Illinois should be playing. They should be playing like Lindenwood and these Division D teams versus how you're getting playing Illinois and freaking Northwestern in your first 2 weeks is ridiculous.
They're making some bag on those games, even though they're losing. They're getting some nice coin.
Oh yeah. So
listen, I kind of been enjoying the past, I would say maybe 4 years, college football way better than NFL. My opinion, I know probably some people are gonna get upset, but I just like the for me they're trying more. So it's the young blood, I guess, that keeps me going and watching all this college football.
Okay, but
college football because they have the bands and everything.
Yeah, it's a little bit more.
Yeah,
seems more exciting.
You said it's a young man's game in college. Did you hear about the one college player? I think he was on. Oh,
like year 7 of eligibility.
Yeah, he's married and got a kid.
There's a lot like that, and they can do it now because they're making $100K or $1 million or whatever, depending on what.
It's like back in the day. I mean, in the 60s, it was kind of normal to have a family at young age.
But it's funny,
right?
But it's funny because you have football and basketball that you have these guys on 7-year programs or whatever, and then you get the hockey and baseball, and you've got these guys at 19, 20, 21 years old, and then they're out, and then they're going to the pros, and it's like going, it's just it's crazy.
There's no money to be made in college hockey, I guess.
But it's funny because you almost think there'd be more money to be made in college hockey.
There could be. There's just not as many.
There's not a lot of viewers.
There's not as many teams. Like, it's big in the Midwest, but I don't know how big it is around. Like the Midwest and the East Coast have good college hockey teams, but
Exactly.
Joe
Exactly.
Machado says first week should be Little Sisters of the Poor.
Yeah. For
Is it
the pros. For the pros.
for the pros?
Yeah. Because it's like everybody's adjusting and stuff like that. So I mean,
I,
hey,
I thought he meant for college. They all play the weakest teams.
but it wasn't. If you look at Ohio State and
No,
Texas.
there were some good games.
Yeah, there were some major games for week 1 last week. So yeah, I mean, it. I think I think that the NCAA's got to relook at some of this. And if you're gonna start out with Ohio State and Texas playing each other, then you better make it fair across the board with everybody. You just can't all of a sudden say, okay, here we're gonna throw you guys together, and then
Well, they get to pick who they get in their non-conference schedule. That's like up to the university, so they chose that.
oh
Illinois is undefeated. 2-0, right?
Oh yeah,
I saw the second game. It was they're looking good.
they haven't been ranked in the top 10 in
That's what I say. Years, right?
like 2008 or something.
Whew.
yeah, no, Saturday's game was great. I loved watching Saturday's game. It was, but it's, I look forward to college football. I just do. I mean, I like the pros, but it seems like college football, you've got so much. But it's funny too, from a betting standpoint. Not that I do a lot of gambling, but from a betting standpoint, you look at some of the stuff and go, I can't even confidently bet on a 43-point spread. Are you going to cover? I mean, Michigan State covered their spread. I think Tennessee covered theirs. But at the same point, it's like going, when you see a team getting 43 points, you're like, oh, that should be a no-brainer. And then you're like, I don't know about that. So
Anything can happen at that high of a spread.
oh yeah, exactly. A couple fluke touchdowns, and all of a sudden, they're covering it. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so I know we advertised Cigaropoly tonight.
That's what I was about to tell you.
Yeah, I know we advertised it, but with Marty not feeling 100%, we wanted to sort of put that on hold till next week, because Marty hasn't had a chance to study up, and not that Teddy and I are going to run away with this, but we want to make sure that we have at least 3 of us, and that way we take the audience's vote into consideration, should there be a indecision somewhere. So we will pick that up next week for sure.
Do you like a dry run? Do you like?
We can do a dry one.
Do the first one and just get a feel for it. We can adjust it the following weeks.
Yeah. So basically, as we've been talking about this and as we've been kicking this around, everybody's familiar with the Monopoly boards. And so we were looking at
Teddy.
What's that?
They're coming to get you, Teddy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I had to mute it.
So we've picked out, and we'll start with the brown. So that's the first one after go is the brown properties. And the traditional board, it's the Mediterranean Baltic Avenue. And these are basically when they devised this whole, is it Milton Bradley that devised the whole Monopoly thing?
Maybe. That sounds right.
Yeah. When they came up with it, they sort of set some parameters on this whole crazy game. And so the brown properties were the budget properties, those that were in the low rent district or that weren't seen as being of higher value.
You're getting heckled from the crowd, Mike.
You get. What did I do? Fire boards. I vote that Mike loses. I didn't even start yet. And then Joe, I'm just going to cut you off already. Yes, Team Green, absolutely.
Pile on, guys.
It's only Team Green for Aganorsa, not the Packers. Okay, he has the leaf in front of it.
I know. Yeah, no, there's no Packers coming here. So
this is just Chi-Town, Illinois land. Bears podcast, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the whole thought process behind the brown properties. From our standpoint, we wanted to find the two cigar brands or lines, probably more like lines, that we would put into the starter property or the budget cigar property. So that's what we came up with, and the companies we came up with for your consideration would be Quorum by J.C. Newman, New Cuba by Aganorsa, Factory Smokes by Drew Estates, Curly Head by Arturo Fuente, Casa de Garcia by Altadis, and Jose El Piedra. It's a Cuban cigar. So those are the ones that we threw out there.
So
And
those are all what do they call those, Cuban sandwiches?
yeah. So they're basically leftovers
Fitting,
or
which is
seconds.
fitting for the Baltic Avenue.
Mm-hmm. So, with those options being thrown out there, let me see if I can. I guess next week when we do this, I will make a graphic for this, so that way you guys can all see it.
You was a closet Packers fan? Wow. I can see why you'd want to stay in the closet with that information, but I've lost a lot of
respect right away.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yes, Clue is the game where you investigate things.
Yes. So let me just see here. Nothing works right when I want it to.
Joe is on the roll today.
Do I even want to know?
What kind of packing?
What is it?
Yeah.
What is
Joe is on the roll.
Jeez.
September 9th, Joe is on the roll.
Oh my gosh. So yes, so I'm trying to see if I can I can't screen share here. So let me see here. Oh, yes, I guess I can. Yes, allow. Yep. So can you guys see that?
Not yet.
No? To add it to the stage.
There it is.
There it is. So, and it's probably too small to read, right? That's probably going to be typical.
Can't read that.
Come on, get out your glasses and
I got my glasses on.
We have all three of us have our glasses, Mike.
Shh.
I can read it for you guys.
There,
put it at huge.
There we go. So those would be the entry level cigars, or the cheap rent yard gars. So those would be our browns. So looking at that,
how would we do it? Would we each get a vote as to which one of those?
Yes.
How do we winnow it down? Like, what if we all vote for different 6?
So that's where the studio audience comes into play, and hopefully we're up to number 10. We hit number 10 again this week. But we would, so if Teddy took Casa de Garcia, Marty took Factory Smokes, and I took Quorum, I'm leaving the obvious one out of the picture, then we go to studio audience. Now if we have the studio audience pick another one, let's just say they picked New Cuba, just for sake of argument, we would take out Curly Head, we take out Jose El Piedra, we're down to 4. Now we got to narrow that down to 2, because we know that we've got to pick out 2 properties. So then we'd go to the next round and say, okay, Marty, which one do you absolutely have to have? Or what 2 do you have to have? So you might say, I'm going to take Drew Estates, Factory Smokes, and I'm going to take J.C. Newman Quorum. And then Teddy would take Casa de Garcia and Drew Estates, Factory Smokes. And now Drew Estate Factory Smokes has got 2 votes. So that's already one of them. And then I would turn around and I'd pick mine. And if we still had a tie, we go back to the studio audience to break that tie.
Jose Piedra, that's a cheap Cuban, I'm assuming?
Yeah, that's a cheap Cuban.
I never thought we'd see a cheap Cuban. That's a first.
Yeah. So, So, Fireborn's jumping. I don't know what I did to these guys, but I'm gonna cut them all off. So I mean, okay. So let's talk about this, Marty. Which one would you pick for? Let's say for Mediterranean, we're replacing the first brown, or we're placing the first brown. So which one would you pick as your choice?
The only one of these that I've had two of these, I guess. Curly Head and Factory Smokes are the only two I've had.
You've never had a new Cuba?
You never had a quorum?
No.
Oh,
Wow.
oh. I had only the first four I had. The other last two, I don't know what Casa de Garcia. I don't know. I gotta see it. Maybe I did have it before, but I go with quorum. Start from the beginning. I like both quorum and in Cuba.
Yeah, I know anybody that watches me on Cigar Dojo knows I smoke a new Cuba every morning. I think they're phenomenal, and that's just not because it's a great cigar gar or a cigar gar. Good gosh, a good car gar. I just think it's a great little cigar that you're getting at $2.50 a stick, and they're great. And I mean it's funny to think of them as an entry level cigar, but
Is this
you know,
the regular new Cuba or the new Cuba Superior, the sweet tip?
nope, this is just the new. No, that's
Just the new.
just
Yeah,
the new
okay.
Cuba.
Just the new Cuba. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I said new Cuba. Marty, you said Curly Head, and Teddy, what did you say? The
Quorum.
The
Quorum.
quorum. Okay. So then we throw it to the audience, and audience, what would you guys say out of those six? Which one would you look at?
And then we choose, and then are we gonna play with dice too? Are we gonna roll the dice?
No, we're just picking the board. We're just making the board right now. We're not actually playing because we don't have time to be on the air for 6 hours.
So Val's taking he put Q, so I'm assuming that's the quorum.
Yeah.
So Joe Machado basically is saying that he just picked up 2 bundles of quorum. So I'm assuming he's putting it in. So based on that alone, we would say, okay, quorum is definitely making it onto the board. New Cuba for flavor, quorum for value. Okay. I agree, Joe. I had never smoked a quorum before. I picked up it sounds weird to say a bag of those. I guess a bundle of those a couple months ago.
I really like it. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with a $3 cigar, and it's
No.
a really good smoke.
Yeah.
Really good smoke from Chasing Human.
I don't think I've ever had a Jew Estates factory smoke.
I had it once, and I was not a fan. It's a cheap cigar. They're not bad. Curly Head is really good from Arturo Fuente. I really like the Curly Head.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a $4 cigar, $3.50, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah.
So right now I guess we would say definitely quorum is in there where we need to so quorum's in there. That's out of the picture. And Jose El Piedra is out of the picture. And I think Casa de Garcia is out. So we'd have Curly Head, Factory Smoke, or New Cuba, which would be the second choice for our second property, also known as Brown, aka Baltic. And just like the noise in Teddy's camera, there's crickets.
Just crickets. You can still hear them, man.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice smooth background.
It is very relaxing. Yep. Teddy, what do you think? What's your second pick for the Brown property?
I would definitely go with the Curly Head.
Okay.
I'm going quorum and Curly Head.
Okay.
If you had the new Cuba Superior that I've been smoking lately, and I never thought I'm gonna smoke a sweet tip, but if you had the Superior, I would have chosen that. But quorum and Curly Head for me.
Is the Superior long filler?
Yes, it is. It's long filler with a sweet tip.
Okay.
Yeah. Long filler with a sweet tip.
That's why he doesn't have it.
Yeah. These are all sharp fillers.
Yeah, so it's been selling a lot, Mike. You should be proud of. Actually, not me. There's the other guy, Manny. That he's on top of that, man. He's been going through boxes.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah. It's the new hit ultimate at nighttime.
What do you think, Marty?
Between which the factory?
You're getting a second.
New Cuba, Factory Smokes, or Curly Head?
Well, we've had Terrence on the show, so I'll say New Cuba.
Good.
Val,
Good.
welcome, Val. Welcome. I saw Val on Saturday. Good to
Nice.
see you, Val.
Nice.
Sunday. I'm losing it.
Uh-oh. Eric is jumping. Now, good.
Oh, here's Eric.
Jump on Teddy. Let Teddy take some abuse for a while.
Yeah, I was. Hey, Eric, I was talking about the expensive Arturo Fuente. I love Arturo Fuente, but I just cannot afford $150 Fuente or $100 because we were talking about earlier with Eric.
So Val chimes in with New Cuba, so New Cuba has this. We'd be putting New Cuba, we'd put Quorum as Mediterranean and New Cuba as the Baltic, so that'd be our two brown properties.
There you go.
So yeah. And then and the thing is, it'll get more interesting because all the rest of the properties, except when we get back over to Boardwalk and Park Place, the deep blue properties are all three properties. And then we're also throwing in we're also going to throw in the railroads. So we've got some stuff with the railroads and we've got some stuff with the utility company. So,
before we continue, I want to say thank you to Eric and thank you to Val because Val is giving us a cigar for all three of us to try from his brand that he's affiliated with. And Eric gave us 3 cigars to try. So, stay tuned. We're gonna have those soon. We're all gonna smoke them, all 3 of us together. So I just want to say thank you for the 2 guys for sending us cigars.
Yeah, awesome. We appreciate that, and we definitely will review them online. We'll definitely smoke them online, on air, talk about them. I know Val talked to us when he met with us before about these cigars and some of the backstory to it. So yeah, we'll definitely have them smoke them.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
I was very, very happy. And we're gonna be carrying them in Ultimate, and Val already knows about that, so I'm really excited.
Nice, very nice, very nice. So, Marty, how the Cubs wrapping up the rest of the year?
Oh, why would you do that?
I'm just bringing up the Sox were on a 5-game winning streak. They haven't done that in years.
But they're not looking playoffs, so
no.
I didn't see what they did today.
Yeah, I don't know about today. Yesterday the loss, the day before the loss, they be doing some weird losses.
They've been just scuffling like 500 for ever since.
I feel like they're running out of gas. I feel like they're tired. I don't know what's going on, but
baseball's a long season.
It's a long season, dude. Like, the past 10 games, it hasn't been the greatest games. We'll see. I think there's still maybe 18 games left, I believe, throughout the month.
You know what I think would be cool for Major League Baseball to sort of spice it up a little bit? Have 2 seasons within one. So you have season 1 or season part A is opening day to All-Star game, and then All-Star game to whatever it is, September something or another. That would be the season, and then you've got and then you'd have playoffs there. You'd end up having playoffs. You'd end up having playoffs in September between those teams, and then you get down. Your World Series could be it'd be great. You have a team that starts out real hot, but maybe they just couldn't carry it through. All of a sudden, playing a team that is fantastic or whatever. So
I wish it was like a different season for baseball. How we have XFL in the summer and there's no NFL, and I wish it was in a hot state like say Florida or Arizona, and these guys are playing regular, or it could be a different league.
Yeah.
They do have like leagues for the rookies that are in the
yeah. I'm just talking about MLB. Maybe they had like a different season throughout the fall or winter coming up.
The thing with
playing in hotter states,
MLB is they've just have so much history of this 162 game season and all these stats and trying to measure people against, how many home runs in a season, those kind of stats. If they start messing with that all goes away.
Yeah. I know. I remember that, Joe, back during the strike year. So, yeah, it's. I mean, I think it even gets long for fans. I mean, I think some fans are like, okay,
It is.
you know, I'm in it for 3 months, and that's it. I'm invested for 3 months, and then I'm especially now when football season starts. Unless your team's in the hunt, you ain't getting a lot of viewers. You ain't getting a lot of attendance.
Yeah, because you got football, you got basketball coming up, the hockey, and it's.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God,
No.
Furthermore.
Cubs are better than the Rockies.
Yeah. Well, that was the funny thing last night on How About That Cigar. Matt Ty says that the Twins are terrible, and I'm like, listen, they're better than the White Sox are. So you hang your hat on that one, going, at least you know what, you're a little bit better than the White Sox. So
Chicago sports hasn't been. Let's be honest, hasn't been the best. I mean, yes, the Cubs won the World Series in 2016, but the Bulls.
the
Since what was
Blackhawks,
the
Blackhawks,
Blackhawks? Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
You're right. Yes,
they were hot for a while. So yeah, I mean,
yes.
we'll see. We'll see what happens. This will be an interesting year, and we've got Ted coming up. We got to talk about that because we might have a little conflicts. We might need to have him a week earlier, the 23rd of September instead of the 30th.
He said he's down for any day.
Okay, yeah.
He
So,
even wants to come more than once.
yeah, no, we
Ted,
absolutely,
so.
yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, so
The wreck is still in Denver. Oh man, Joel's on a roll.
yeah, he's had a few tonight, I'm assuming. So, but yeah, let's. What time is it? We're
30 minutes.
8:07. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's have a word from our sponsors, and then we'll get back to some of the banter back and forth here.
Step into luxury at Ultimate Cigar Lounge, where passion meets perfection. Discover a world of premium cigars, hand-selected from the finest tobacco regions. From bold beginners to seasoned aficionados, our curated collection delights every palate. Grab a cigar from our amazing selection, pair it with freshly brewed coffee or fine spirits, and sit back and relax in an atmosphere of elegance and warmth. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, your haven for unforgettable moments. Visit us today and ignite your senses. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, located in Villa Park, Illinois. Open daily. Looking for the ultimate eyewear experience in Chicagoland? Discover Eyewear Fix, your premier eyewear store for over 28 years. From sunglasses to sports glasses to safety gear, we've got it all at every price point. Bring your prescription, and we'll handle the rest. Our appointment-only office offers a private, concierge-style experience tailored to your busy schedule. Call or text Chris at 630-853-4167 to book your visit and see why Eyewear Fix surpasses expectations. Eyewear Fix, where style meets precision. Get your fix today.
Have you seen? You just been back to the lounge. What, last weekend was your first time back in a few weeks, Teddy?
Yeah, after 3 weeks, I had the weekends off. I was on vacation.
You should start seeing business pick up. We're getting that cooler weather. People less likely to sit outside and more likely to hit their local lounge.
Yeah, it started the year right, and it's more people that are coming in, and because it used to be obviously more cigar guys will come in and pick up their cigars, but yes, it has picked up way more than it's been the past 2 months.
That's good. I'm interested to see how Illinois fares with all this now. I mean, obviously the taxes have gone up, and
yeah, let me tell you this: there's been a lot of complaints. The regular guys that even I came back after 3 weeks, even before that, because he's obviously got affected. July 1st it was, correct? Yeah, people are still upset, and I have noticed a lot of people try to find ways of looking into more cheaper cigars, more into punch cigars, more into El Rey de Mundo cigars, and all the $10 cigars averaging, and it's understandable. I mean, not everybody has the money to spend on a $20-$30 cigar, $25 cigar. So there's a lot of people out there that are trying to save money on cigars lately.
Yeah,
and I've seen that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting year to see how things wrap up and see how things see what sales are like and imports. It's always I think it's been a tough year. I mean, financially,
it is.
And in whether it's from a podcast standpoint or whatnot, I've cut back. I'm not buying as many. I mean, I told you guys, I've said it here. I'm buying more 5-packs and I'm buying boxes, and I haven't missed it. there are definitely some that I definitely will buy boxes of, but
I know Eric talking right now. He buys boxes, right, Eric? You past, I think, 2 weeks, Eric has probably like 10, 12 boxes. Eric is on the game.
nice. Yes, Fireborn. That'd be a good game. The Bad News Bears versus the Rockies. Yes, that'd be great. But yeah, I mean, I love this weather. This weekend was great to be in the studio and not have the air conditioning going. Even today, I'm in the studio and no air conditioning going. It's just the fan and the windows open. So it's a good time of year. And
it's a really good weather this week, guys. I mean, it's gonna be 70s throughout this week. Friday and Saturday, Sunday is gonna be in the 80s, 81.
Yep.
So I'm not complaining. I'm still outside, and I love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, like Val said, most selective on cigar purchasers for sure.
So, Val, that's a good point, and I'd love for the audience to chime in on this. Are you looking for value, or are you just saying I'm not going to buy I might buy 2 or 3 of this cigar versus buying a box, or are you saying I can't afford my $14, $15, $16 cigar, I'm going to buy this $9 cigar? I'm just curious, when you say selective on cigar purchases, I'm just curious what everybody thinks that means, or what that means to each person, if anybody wants to chime in. Eric is going in the opposite direction. He's spending more, $5,000 in the last 2 weeks.
Eric is a whole nother level. We gotta bring Eric in the show. You gotta see. I have pictures of Eric's collection, and you'll be amazed. Amazing cigars. If we put Eric and Wayne's, our 2 friends' cigars, we could probably open a cigar lounge.
I would bet you that Wayne's supply has gone down. I think Wayne is very, very selective on his purchases.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about you guys? What does being selective mean to you? Where are you at with your purchases this year?
I think only once, twice. 2025 I have bought only online twice. Most of it is going to be Ultimate and Beanies. Okay. That's I like I said before, I'm trying to be more obviously working in a lounge, in a brick and mortar. I rather support a brick and mortar. Yeah. My personal opinion. But obviously you cannot pass those deals even up to this day, even Cigar International and all these sites, even from the you can find a lot of deals online, yes. But again, there's a problem of the room. There's not a lot of room that I have. I know obviously some other people do, but like Marty, you haven't purchased a lot online this year, did you? Like than last year. I know last year you purchased more.
I'm in just use and replenish mode, because I'm not going to add any more Tupperdoors to my. I really need to be in downsize mode.
Yeah. Where's it at? TX said something, and I sympathize with you because I'm in the same situation. Wish you had a local lounge, and I think that's, we are all for supporting brick and mortars. Ultimate Cigar Lounge is one of our sponsors. We're all for supporting local lounges. However, especially in this great state of Illinois, those are becoming few and far between. And so it's tough. And yes, some of the deals that the online shops use or have, Ronnie has got sales every week. Abe has got sales every week. Those are still considered brick and mortars. They have an online presence, but those are still considered brick and mortars. You're looking at the CIs, the JRs, the Cigar Pages. Those are great shops, or great online presence, nothing wrong with them, but those are the big box or the catalog stores that we talk about all the time. So,
speaking of Ronnie, they released the Dunderma this year, last week or this week, and he didn't sell out.
Really?
No.
And that's what I'm saying. I think I think the economy and people's bank accounts are catching up with them. I really truly do. I just think it's a point of going, And now we're getting into the holiday season, as crazy as that is to even say, but it's going, okay, well, I can't spend, $300 on a box of cigars when I've got Christmas around the corner, or I've got Thanksgiving around the corner or whatever. So,
It's just crazy to me. I know even Eric can mention it. Even in Ohio, the percentage is high for tobacco percentage, but it's just it's so crazy how you know politics do that. It's just like I don't I don't get it. It's I just don't get it.
yeah.
They just it's controlling us on every level, and when we like something, they just tax it. It just
Mhm.
makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Florida, and then Joe, Joe, you're from Orlando. It's just you go to Florida, you see $10, and that's like a $10 stick. You're not gonna see a sales tax on it that much. You're not gonna see tobacco tax on it. It's just like a different country. It's just all these different rules in all these different states. We were talking about the other day at Ultimate with one of the customers. It's not fair.
Right. No, it's not, but it's you got to be a wise consumer. Val, you are 100% correct. I think I'm deleting 15 to 20 emails a day for online cigar promotions. It's like I'm just amazed. And to each their own. Some of the stuff I look at and go, no way. But yeah, but I think that's again, that's an indication of where we're going and what's going on. Is that the market I think is pulling back. I think it's I don't think we're losing or leaving the golden age of cigars, but I think we're going to be in a position where people are going to be a lot more selective, like Val said. People are going to be a lot choosier when buying a box or not buying a box. And like you said, Marty, if the Dondermas aren't selling out, that's a good indication that wait a minute here. I think it took the Dojo's Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest release. I think it took a day and a half to sell out. I don't think it sold out as fast as they thought it was going to. It might have even been 2 days.
Yeah, it was like 2 days.
Yeah. So, yeah. So
I just hope we'll see a change in the future. I don't want to see a change towards just everything getting more expensive because it's not fair.
yeah, but I think the thing is that the mark. It's going to be interesting too because the Supreme Court ruled now those tariffs are all illegal. So we'll see how that plays out. But again, this is going to be real interesting because if it's upheld that they're illegal, what are the manufacturers going to do? What are the cigar brands going to do? Going, we imposed all these tariffs. Are they going to turn around and say in 2026 we're not increasing? That would be great. That'd be great for the market. But it is going to put cigar owners to the test to see where their loyalty is. I believe in my heart of hearts, they're going to say no tax, no increase in 2026. We raised you twice in 2025. We're not raising you in 2026 if the tariffs are found illegal. So
Yeah, Eric has a great point. Taxation is nothing more than an illegalized extortion. Absolutely, and we allowed that, and that's what
yeah,
is so crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
even I heard in Utah. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if you could look it up online, but I heard like it's 89% in Utah. You can't even smoke a cigar. I heard in Utah. That's the worst state. It's top number one state. One of the reps that told me at the lounge. It's the worst state in the whole 50 states.
I mean, but that's also because they've got a strong what I'm looking for, not religious presence, but
Yeah, the Mormons.
yes, thank you. So they've had so I'm sure a lot of that is pushback going, we don't want it. So so yeah, so
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting and to see what happens. So so yeah. However, the glut of the glut of $40 cigars based on consumption from the COVID boom is going to kill some greedy. Yeah, I agree. Joe. So
Yeah, I reviewed the La Boheme.
oh yeah.
I heard
week.
good thing. Is it really good, right?
I liked it.
Yeah.
But it's like a $25 cigar, and like I can get other cigars that have a similar profile for less.
Yeah.
So
Isn't it? I know I saw you smoking the Caratoba. The Caratoba is really good, right?
Artoba is good, and that's at a decent price point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Is I think $15, $14, I believe,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
That's a really good cigar.
I reviewed that one too.
TX, what's doubtful? Are you talking about the change in or not raising prices next year? Because I think I hope you're wrong, but I think you're right. So I'm interested to see what that is.
Because at this point, if everything gets higher, and whatever happens, sales tax, I don't think so. Tobacco tax is going to get raised. I hope not, to God. But you're going to see a lot of decline with people. You're really going to see, your guys coming in to buy those curly heads and the quorums more often. And I see it now. So if that happens, we're going to be in trouble.
Well, will we? But will we? If the market flattens out and if people aren't buying cigars, will the prices go up or will they go down? Are manufacturers going to be looking to move stuff going, we have all the, they're not going to stop producing tobacco. They can't. So now they're going to have a surplus of tobacco and going, we need to move these cigars to make room for the new tobacco. So do they start to lower prices? And I'm not talking about considerably low, but I mean, do you start to say, okay, hey, we're coming, or do they keep those prices where they're at and start producing budget cigars under $10, $11? I don't know. I would think the latter is true. I think what you're going to see is manufacturers that are going to say, okay, hey, these aren't selling. These $12 to $15, $18 cigars aren't selling. So we're going to produce the $9, $10, and $11 cigars, which I bet you are going to be of better quality than your higher ones, just because they got to get rid of the tobacco. So it'll be interesting. I hope we don't get to it, but Val says you got to lower the prices. I agree, Val. I agree 100%. You got to lower the prices to move the product, but that will cause such a stir if all of a sudden Crown Heads drops their price 20% and says the manufacturers, because the B&Ms are losing money now. You bought that at let's just say $20 a stick, and now you're selling it at $18 a stick.
Some company just did that, actually. All Saints.
Yes, they did. I saw that. They lowered their prices. Yeah. So companies are still starting budget line cigars like the DE Nica Rustica shade that just came out. Yep.
Yes, Fireborn is right. Same thing with CEO. CEO
Yep.
came with a budget cigar.
Yeah. So think how long it takes to steer a cigar company. This stuff that's out now was rolled when times were booming. The McAuliffe of the world pivoted beautifully. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
That's another brand that didn't raise the prices.
No.
McAuliffe. McAuliffe didn't raise the prices. The only price that went up is because of the Illinois tax. The new product that come in, McAuliffe didn't raise the prices, and that's what I still smoke in McAuliffe. At least 2-3 times a week I smoke McAuliffe for that reason. It's still a good budget cigar. You cannot go wrong with McAuliffe.
No, oh gosh, and the greens just came out. I got one.
Yes, the green just came out.
Yeah, they came in the smoke-in pack.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. If you like Brasilia Maltafina, that is really, really good. I was surprised. And I know we had a discussion last time about Ultimate. I probably like it better than the purple from the collar line.
Yeah. So, all right, let's jump into our Capone cut. we're highlighting the CAO Flathead V66 Carb. That's a box press. Uh, it fits the cigar. It fits the Chicago cigar culture. I mean, that's
I lost you, Mike. What'd you say? I didn't hear unless you. Maybe it's my connection. Which one you said?
the CAO Flathead V660
Okay.
Carb.
Classic.
So yeah, it's a box press. Like I said, the Chicago car culture, the gearheads. That's right in line for them. The CAO Flathead. It's got a Connecticut broadleaf, definitely fermented for a while. A Maduro wrapper. The wrapper conceals a bevy of Nicaraguan and Dominican long fillers, and it's got the Connecticut Habano seed binder. So, the great cigar. It just pairs so well with so much. For us, we're bringing in the old whiskey and coke. Do it stockyard style and do
Classic.
a whiskey and coke. Yeah, whiskey and coke, and we're rating that as the Chicago Dog. So that's your everyday. Hey, go out and get this thing. You can smoke it. You're not gonna be mad with it. It's got the flavor you're looking for, and it's just this good solid cigar. So that is our Capone cut. We don't have a sponsor. We got to find somebody that sponsors our Capone cut. So
that will be awesome if you get a sponsor for alcohol.
Yeah.
We're getting there, everybody. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. So, Teddy, you ready for the news? You got some news for us?
Absolutely.
All
so
right,
we're talking about law.
Hold on.
You guys. All right, everybody. So we were talking about laws. Check this out. New Texas law goes after tobacco sales using cartoons, celebrities, and food images. That's crazy. So now,
wait. Back up again. What's going on?
So the new Texas law goes after tobacco sales using cartoons, celebrities, and food images. So whatever cigar it uses, for example, the knuckle sandwich, they cannot use anymore Guy Fieri showing the cigar. So last week the new law went into effect in Texas that may restrict how retailers in the state advertise certain products and even events. So back in June, there was a law that passed effective for September 1st, creates new restrictions for retailers selling tobacco and vaping products. You cannot use images of celebrities, food, or anything like that on cigars. So for example, the Guy Fieri, Ray Lewis, the Mike Tyson cigar, you cannot endorse the cigar with the pictures. And
so I'm curious. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. Maybe somebody else knows this. How are they going to control magazines? Because that's where a lot of your advertising comes from. Ultimate doesn't have a picture of Guy Fieri holding a knuckle sandwich. It's in the magazine. So how are they going to address? Are they going to allow these magazines in their state? I'm curious. Like you said, you might not know.
It's a really good question. It's another weird law. I don't know if obviously Texas Rebel is it from Texas? Obviously, right? Oh, I don't know if he lives in Texas or not. I don't know if you heard anything about that law, but it's very interesting how they're going to control that. For example, I know Eric smokes a lot. He actually introduced me to them. I don't know if you guys know the brand from Ezra Zion, the cigars that is also it's from Texas. He says here that you cannot mimic products that are marketed to kids. Like example, the Ezra Zion, the dark peanut butter cup. You cannot do that. It's violating the law. So it's very interesting to see that.
It really got me curious. I didn't see this come out. So I don't know if you're going to cover it or not, but California's totally messed up. I won't go into what I want to say, but but that's just, I'm curious how Texas is going to enforce this.
Yeah, is it going to be a situation that it comes, say, forcing these laws kind of like a Canada style, where Canada has to take literally the bands of a cigar and put their own bands on, that's what it's gonna be, or
But
it's
see,
gonna be less effective.
because, but I mean, a band really isn't. I mean, I guess it's a catch 22 because a band really isn't advertising it. A band is part of the product. So, I don't see how you would say, hey, you can't have that band on. It's part of my product. I'm not advertising it. You've got to come into the cigar lounge.
Oh, we lost Mike.
I'm
I
here.
can see him.
Mike, you're here. There you are.
So yeah, I'm curious. You know,
The government is spying on us.
yeah,
Texas is after us.
yeah.
Continuing on the news, another celebrity making a cigar, Carmelo Anthony versus Versa goes on sale. So the retired NBA star partnered with Kingsmaker Cigars, which has released a growing list of celebrity endorsed cigars to release the Versa. The cigar announced the Versa by Carmelo Anthony with the backwards E and has since added to the name. Very interesting to see all these celebrities. I do like it because I think I talked about it before other episodes. The Conor McGregor cigar, guys, it's really good. I know our friend Wayne bought a box. That's a really good cigar. Uh, I like that. I like seeing celebrities making cigars like that. I think it's fascinating. They're getting off. They have other things to do, and they're making a cigar with their blend and something they sponsorship, and there's something that they make. I think it's a great idea.
I'm not a fan. Because I mean, if they're going to commit to it, that's fine. But I just think too many of these celebrities get involved. They think they're going to make millions of dollars, and then all of a sudden they realize, oh, this takes more work than what it's worth. And then it's oh gosh, I don't want to do this anymore. I mean, Guy Fieri is an anomaly. He committed to it. He's in it, and so be it. But I just, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I just feel like some of these guys get into it for the wrong reasons, and then they're left holding their hand, going, "Oh, now what do I do?" You know?
They
Yeah,
could all
yeah,
they could all make money doing advertisements, a lot more money doing advertisements for other things, right?
Yep.
And so this is the cigar thing. They have to do more than just advertisements. They have to like go places and meet
Yep.
people, and you really have to enjoy
mm-hmm.
doing that and doing it around cigars for that to work.
Yep.
It's a
exactly.
little bit more work. Yeah. Blackworks is releasing and is coming at Ultimate. I already put the order. 2 boxes. 2 boxes? Yeah, 2 boxes. Tigersaurus
Yep.
shipping next week. It's a Tigersaurus 5.5 by 48 Parejo that uses 3 different wrappers: broadleaf from Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and as green candela over an Ecuadorian binder. Phyllis from Nicaragua. MSRP will be $19. Yes, another not a cheap cigar, $19 MSRP. But I know Marty, I know all 3 of us, we love Oveja Negra, and I know another good cigar from them is getting released. And already talked about it. The McKelliff Green is launching this Friday. MSRP, great price, $7 for Robusto, $8 for Toro. Can't go wrong with that. 5x52, 6x52 for the Toro. A great Brazilian Matafina. I had it. I got the chance. The rep send us some samples, and it's a great. The green, the red, and the blue is my favorite from the color line from McKelliff. And I believe that's it for the main. We all already talked about it for the All Saints. Reducing the prices, and that's huge for the consumers. I think I need to order more All Saints for Ultimate, because if reducing the prices, that's huge for the people and for the cigar enthusiasts. But that is for the news. A little bit slower, but still some news here for the cigar.
Yep. So I did pull up the article on Half Wheel about this Texas law. It just went
Mhm.
into effect. So it's all geared at retailers. It has nothing to do with the manufacturer or the distributors.
Okay.
So the bans are okay, and it all has to do with um, marketing for a retailer.
So it's
So
basically the marketing for a lounge or the retail. Okay.
yep, yeah.
But
So they
it's weird to me because obviously the law is over 21 years old, right? So if the kid is adult, 21 years old, what do we market? There's no kids allowed in the lounge, correct?
yeah, it sounds like it's more external. So it sounds like it's more if they're advertising a
Like at the
cigar event,
like at
like
the oh,
like
okay.
a cigar event, you can't use a character. It sounds like if they're uh you know the article was saying if they want to carry Half Wheels news on their website, they can't have any graphics. They can't have any cartoons or anything like that, or Guy Fieri or Mike Tyson or any of those guys on their website advertising that cigar. So I think what you'd end up seeing is that a lot of those places would just not have news, or they would
Hmm.
say, "Hey, there's news on this cigar. If you're interested in going over to Half Wheel, you know."
Yeah, I'm excited. Another news I missed is I don't know if you guys saw that Room 101 is releasing a new Johnny Tobacco nut. I
Yep.
don't know if you
Yep.
guys have tried the regular Johnny Tobacco nut, the Connecticut.
Yep.
Is coming. They're coming out with a 10th anniversary. They're begin shipping. I'm gonna get that also. I'm gonna get that also ultimate. It's on the works of ordering it. MSRP $11.99. Another nice good cigar. Comes in
Nice.
20 cigars in a box, and I'm excited because I really like the regular Johnny Tobacco nut.
Um, Joe Machado's absolutely right. Big Poppy, great guy. I don't think he's put the effort into the cigar.
No,
Guy Fieri is, and I will continue to say, he's an anomaly. He is the only one that has put his effort into it. Mike Dicker probably did back 10, 15 years ago when his cigar came out.
with
But
Camacho.
yeah, but Guy's doing Guy. I mean, I was watching uh Diners, Drivers, and Dives, and he had on a knuckle sandwich. Now I know that's also the name of his company, but he was smart because it's a crossover, and he's sort of advertising without advertising it. I've seen him in a couple pictures holding cigars, so he's not hiding it. So yes, Fireborn, you are going to have to just cry in your pillow tonight that no more Barney the dinosaur.
Dude, I mean, it's a kind of like a dumb law because, say there's an event at Cigar Lounge in Texas, and the dad is driving with the kids, and they're like, "Oh, Dad, look, okay." You go home, drop the kids off. You go buy your cigar. My kids point out there's an event with a nice picture outside the lounge. So I don't see. I just, yeah.
I think it's a very weird law that lawmakers just figured, okay, we're going to do something to appease that group of people because advertise all you want to kids. A kid's not walking into a cigar lounge and not walking into a gas station and buying a cigar, and we're not aiming it at that. But I think, again, it goes towards, I almost think it goes more towards, they're trying to aim it at the manufacturers. These whimsical little cigar bands and these whimsical little ads that you're running, we don't want them. If you're gonna advertise a cigar, advertise it with a guy or a girl holding a cigar and saying "Smoke Johnny Tobacco Knot." Because I'll bet you they're gonna say, "Hey, Johnny Tobacco Knot is a cartoon character. You can't use that." So but,
And then the violation and what the fine is up to $2,000 or up to 180 days in jail. That's crazy.
yeah, well,
That's wow.
yeah, so it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
It's again, and we'll see how much it gets enforced. Yes, Bill, we want to see you in a jumpy, bouncy house. So, all
Yes.
right.
No more bounce houses.
Yeah. So that's our news for the day. And do we have something for? Yep, there we go. Today in history.
Chicago history.
Chicago history, the best part of the show. So yeah, it's a pretty light day for Chicago history, but some big things happened. So 1965, just for you, Marty, legendary MLB moment took place when Sandy Koufax of the Los Angeles Dodgers pitched a perfect game against the Chicago Cubs. Cubs pitcher Bob Henley also delivered an outstanding performance, allowing just one hit, a double by Lou Johnson. So that's a heck of a game. A no-hitter and a one-hitter.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
yeah. So
My mom was 1 year old.
I wasn't born yet. So, and here we go. 1971, the Chicago signed future Hall of Famer Bruce Sutter as an amateur free agent. And on the positive note, 1984, September 9th, 1984, NFL legend Walter Sweetness Payton of the Chicago Bears,
One of the best, man.
broke Jim Brown's combined yardage record, surpassing 15,517 career yards. So I'll tell you what, DeAndre Swift, that dude's got some moves. And I don't know what happened in the second half, but they shut him down. But that first half, man, I was watching some of it. He has got those legs moving all the time. So, and then in general Chicago sports or general Chicago history, on this date in 1901, this is the craziest. This fits Chicago. On this date in 1901, Chicago Socialist Party notably voted down a resolution expressing regret for the attempted assassination of President McKinley, citing class politics. No, we're not going to say it was terrible. We're just not going to. We're just. I don't know. I don't.
Even throughout history, you see politics affecting stuff. It's just
Texas, you can leave them in the car. Just roll the window down.
yeah. Just put the AC. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you're exactly right, Joe. You're exactly right. So, yeah, leave him in the corner. Timeout. You're in timeout now. Dad's gonna have a cigar. You're in timeout.
I think he said on the corner.
Oh,
Like
on the corner?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Oh, yeah,
AC
he
on
did. That's what we're yet. So, oh gosh. All right. Well, it was a great show. We appreciate it. We're gonna let Marty get to bed here so he can get better.
Yes.
So, you know,
Marty,
but
feel better, my friend.
Yep.
Thank you.
But yeah. So next week we will do part 1 of Cigaropoly, and then we'll see about part 2. We might do it the following week. We might have Tab on that day. We just got to wait and check and see what his schedule looks like. Tab Bamford, the beat writer for the Chicago Blackhawks. We want to have him on before the season kicks off. Give us his predictions, see what's going on, see what's happening with the Blackhawks. I regrettably have not really been reading a lot about the Blackhawks because I've been so busy with everything else. So,
And that's what we're bringing Tab to
exactly.
talk about it. Mm-hmm.
But we appreciate everybody. We were as high as I think 14 viewers tonight at one point. So yeah, it was a great night. We appreciate you guys. If you're not, if you haven't checked out our website, check out the ChitownCigarPodcast.com. There's gonna be some changes coming to that probably in the next couple of weeks.
Mhm.
But that's where you get all the cigar news and reviews. If you haven't liked or subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that. Share this on your timeline. Check us out on Spotify. Marty, as best you can, in light of being sick, close us out, my friend.
Thank you, everybody.
I'm going to pass it to Teddy.
Oh,
I don't feel
Ooh.
do it. Teddy, your turn.
Everybody, let's put some smoke in the air. Have a great night.